Hi friends, my name is Molly. I am the founder, owner, operator, everything for Lacquer 22, a small nail polish company. But today we're talking makeup. Alright, it is officially September, which means it's officially fall in my mind, even if the temperatures are still reaching the hundreds. I am just ready for fall makeup. I'm ready for fall weather whenever it will decide to come. And I just thought I would kind of do more of like a shop my stash situation to show you some of my fall favorites. Majority of these are new, however there are a lot that I have used previously in the fall. Just really love for that time of year. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, I thought I'd start with lips. We can move to eyes later. That's the more fun part anyway. So the first one I want to talk about is Cider from Black Moon Cosmetics. This is essentially a mustard shade for your lips. I got this in the summer when they had some kind of sale, so I haven't gotten a whole lot of use out of this quite yet, but the time that I did wear it, I tried it on, I loved it. So I'm really excited to actually use this in a more appropriate setting. It's so pretty. I love mustard anyway, so then having it as a lip shade I think is just unique anyway, and I really just can't wait. The second one that we have is called Chocolate Wasted. This is from Dose of Colors. I really love this one. It's a deep brown. It's beautiful. I really like wearing this as kind of a statement lip, even if I have nothing on my eyes, just lashes, lips, done. It's so pretty. It's deep, it's beautiful, and I don't think brown lips are quite as loved as they should be, in my opinion. The third one, this is also from Dose of Colors. This is called Brick, and when I tell you a color like this is one of my absolute favorites to wear on my lips, I can't get enough of shades like this. I love them so much. It's a red, but it's deep and kind of muted. I think it's so beautiful. I think these are so much better than just typical red lips, and especially in the fall you can get away with it being a little bit deeper and a little bit more brown leaning, I feel. So oh my god, I love this shade so much. The Dose of Colors formula is not my absolute favorite, but I still wear it because I still like the colors. So I got this one to kind of compare it, replace-ish Brick, because I love that color so much. This one right here is called Gloria from Unearthly Cosmetics. I've been really loving their satin liquid lipstick formula. You can see that it's a bit darker than Brick. That's fine with me, but this formula has been really fantastic. It's not matte, but it's not glossy either. It stays really well. I have noticed a little bit of bleeding if I don't set my upper lip line, because I do overline my lips a tiny bit to have more of an equal symmetrical line. So I do notice that I have to do that. I'm okay with doing that. That's a small price to pay for the colors that they have. I highly recommend them. I recently bought quite a few things from them and I've just been enjoying everything. The last lip that we have, this is also from Unearthly. This is called Kaylena or Kaylena, I'm not sure which one. It's what I'm wearing though right now. Again, the formula is really great. It's really comfortable. There's still a lot of give to it, so even if you let it dry down, if you put your lips together, there's still movement. It's not dry, it's not crusty. You can still actually be comfortable in a lip, and it wears pretty well. I always do a retouch after lunch just to be safe, but I haven't necessarily had to every time. Hopefully that makes sense. Alright, let's move on to eyes now. This is the fun part, I think. I have majority indie brands, but I guess really they're all technically indie brands. I actually do have one from Dose of Colors and then a couple from ColourPop, so we'll start with those because they're a little bit bigger and get to the more fun ones at the end. So, Dose of Colors again. This is the Cutting Edge palette. This is a 5-pan palette and I love this so much. This is such a perfect dingy green, mustard-ish kind of shade right there. There's the burnt orange right there. It's so beautiful. It's kind of those gross greens that I think a lot of people actually like, but they're still not super popular. I just really love this palette. The mattes are really pigmented, the shimmers are really impactful. I love this one so much. It's very grungy to me, and it's very applicable. Like it makes a lot of sense for fall time, and I just love those tones so much. All right, next we'll do ColourPop. This is the an Emerald Away quad. I'm not sure if they still have this, but I'm talking about it now because I think these tones are really beautiful. The emeraldy shade, how it's a green that's blue leaning, is amazing. Both mattes work really great, and then both shimmers are beautiful as well. I just think that they do these quads really well. The quality has always been really good. I have 8 of them ish, and I've never been disappointed. I just really love the tones, and I want more of these tones from other brands in the future. I think they're beautiful, and just a little rare. I like them. Second from ColourPop, this is the Big Poppy palette. I love oranges, especially the burnt rusty oranges. And so this is just a perfect monochromatic palette for that. This is all matte, which I don't super love, but it's okay. And like these two shades right here are pretty similar. There's a couple of similarities that I think could have been changed out, but overall, like just the tones in this is kind of a rusty red right there, and it's beautiful. I really love this palette. They did another one, the Little Ray of Sunshine or whatever, where it's sunflower themed. I would love to see them do more of these with maybe like a dusty purple, an olive, some more fall colors in this 9-pan all matte format. I think they're really great, and ColourPop quality is typically pretty good. The last one from ColourPop, this is the Witching Hour palette. This was the second palette, I believe, for the Hocus Pocus franchise. I think this one is really great. I'm typically more of a colorful makeup person. However, I really appreciate the ease of this. I like the kind of monochromatic shimmer and dark matte, and then they have some lighter and more neutral mattes up there, which is fine. It's good for blending things out. It's just not, I would have chosen some other shades rather than neutrals, because I'm just not a huge neutral person, even though that's very contradictory for what I have on today. But I really like the tones in this. I like these 3 chosen colors that they have. And then they do have a fully neutral, like it's a deep brown with a gold shimmer paired together, which I just think is really nice for most people. Even if you are more of a neutral person, I just think it's really great, and you can do these pops of color with the neutrals that you have. Really pretty. This one is my favorite of the Hocus Pocus palettes that they did. Alright, next let's kind of stay with the Halloween-y vibe, shall we? This is the Creeps and Crawls palette from Glamlite. I love this. The pigmentation is amazing. The shimmers are beautiful. I do like that this is more of a monochromatic situation, so there's not a whole lot of thinking that needs to be done for this. Again, shimmers are beautiful. The only thing I don't love is that I wish it was more mattes instead of equally divided, because I'm more of a matte person, but I still like to have shimmers in my palettes. I just really love this. I was so impressed by the quality. This was my first Glamlite palette, and I just can't say enough good things. I feel like they did this so well. I do have the other one, the green and blue one as well, but I like this one a little bit more. It's just so pretty and so impressive. And then also from Glamlite, this is the Chucky palette. I think this one's going to be absolutely amazing for fall with the deep tones. Doing some smoky eyes would be really nice. And then I like that it has some red leaning shadows and some purple leaning shadows as well. I think that gives you a decent variety. I like that there's a very light shimmer up here and then a very dark matte down here. I just feel like they did a really good job doing an all dark palette, so to speak. I know I just said that one's light, but for the most part this is deep for like the majority, and I think they did really well with kind of getting some differing tones and different shades thrown in there, even though it's a very smoky palette. I think it's really beautiful, and I can't wait to bust that out for these colder temps. Alright, next let's talk Nomad. I love me some Nomad. This is the Royal Europe palette. I just love these jewel tones in there so much. These are actually my first multi-chromes that I have in my collection, and they're beautiful. I really love this purple row and then this kind of emeraldy row right there. That one. I think they're beautiful. I don't know what more I can say about Nomad. Pigmentation, amazing. Color story, amazing. I like, again, that it's kind of monochromatic rows or columns, I guess. And I'm just really impressed. I think they did a really good job with these. And jewel tones are perfect for fall, so there we go. Last but not least for Nomad, we have the Hudson Valley palette. Now this is fall in a palette, you know what I mean? This is it. Self-explanatory. I really love these shades in here. I love the quality in here. I like that we have a cool tone, warm tone. I just really am impressed. I like that it's mattes mostly, and then there's only 3 shimmers. I think it's really nice. I just really love their quality. I love their color stories, and I love their whole branding, how it's destination themed. I think that's amazing. And then also I bought the Ghost Town palette, so that's on its way to me. I think it'll be delivered in 2 days, question mark. But I'm really excited. I love them so much. I think they do amazing palettes, amazing color stories, just a lot of really good work all around. Alright, next we have a couple from Unearthly. I have been really digging Unearthly lately. They've been very impressive to me. I am just a fan. So let's go oh my god. So let's just get into the 3 that I have here. So this one is Thirst. This came in their Halloween box last year. I love a good orange eyeshadow. I love a good red eyeshadow, and these are just amazing. Unfortunately, this is not available anymore, so if you find it on any third-party sites and you want it, I would get it. I bought mine off of Mercari because I didn't buy it in time on their website. Anyways, I'm very happy I did. I really love it. I think it's a beautiful palette, beautiful quality as well. The next one, this is called Spaced Out. This is from their small summer box, I believe. I love this color story. A shade like this is just one of my favorites. Instead of having a black all the time or dark brown, this is more of a charcoal kind of gray situation. I love it. I think these are perfect, perfectly curated, perfectly placed in the palette. I did 2 looks with this. One day I wore just this top row. The other day I just wore the bottom row, and it just worked out really beautifully. I love the shifts that are in here in these shimmers. I'm not sure how well you can see that. It's amazing. The quality is really good. I was having a little tiny bit of issues with this blue right here, but I figured it out pretty quick. If you want this, grab the small summer box. The other items in there are beautiful as well, but I'm just so amazed with this. Oh, this is called Spaced Out, by the way. Last from Unearthly, this is what I'm wearing right now. This is the Leather and Lace palette. I think this is beautiful. I think it was Angie that said this is the perfect color palette for neutral lovers and the perfect neutral palette for color lovers. Beautifully put and very accurate. I used this olive row maybe a week ago, and I'm wearing the orangey row right now. I'm just so impressed. Again, quality is amazing. This one and this one are both much more pigmented than their neighbors. I think those are the pigments in this palette, because this is an eyeshadow and a pressed pigment palette. regardless, it's fine. It's still great quality no matter what kind of powder it is. But I've been really loving this, and I think it's really going to be great to travel with, just because of the neutral and color kind of mix that there is. I think it was just done really well. All right, next up we have quite a few things from Blend Bunny. This is also the last little category. So this first thing that I'm going to talk about is the Noctilucent palette. This is technically a highlighter palette. Not to me. I don't like colorful highlighters. Look at how pasty I am. It's never a fun time, but I also just don't even try anymore. I use my skin tone highlighter when I use a highlighter, which is not every day. So these are for my eyeballs. Let's see if I can get it to where you can see the actual color shift. Essentially this is a rainbow highlighter palette. I have been using them more for eyeshadow toppers. I love a good eyeshadow topper, and this is all the colors in one. These are beautiful. I always use a glitter glue no matter what with any shimmer that I put on, so I do it the same with these, but there hasn't been any fallout issues. And they're beautifully iridescent, beautifully sheer for the base, and the color is just amazing. That pops out. It's so glowy and so visually pleasing, I think. I mean, I'm biased. I love a good topper, but it's just amazing. I think it's really show-stopping, kind of eye-catching when those are on your eyes. Next up, this is the All Done Up palette from Blend Bunny. This is their like grungy neutral palette. I really love this one. Again, neutral palette for color lovers, color palette for neutral lovers. I think this is really great for fall. We have the mustard, the brick, more of a neutral. This is more of a gray kind of monochrome, and then a sagey green kind of column as well. I love these. This shimmer is beautiful, or both of these are really beautiful. They're kind of iridescent-y, toppery. Pigmentation's amazing, as usual with Blend Bunny. I just really love this color story as well. I love tones like that, the grunginess. Alright, next up, this is Sugar and Grunge from Blend Bunny. Now personally, I don't think grunge should have been in the title. However, we all interpret color differently. So for me personally, these are not very grungy, but I totally see how the brand could think that, and that's totally fine. I do just really like that there's a berry tone. I like the purples and the greens for the most part. What I really like is taking this gray right here, it's called Mixtape, and mixing it with other shades to make them grungy, to make them more kind of muted and toned down and a little bit like mysterious, I guess. I really love it with the purple column, but I really enjoy that you can do that with this because most palettes don't have a gray situation. I like that the shimmers are mixed up a little bit down here, so it's not fully monochromatic. Yeah, I really like this one. I just kind of wish the name was a little bit different, but that is absolutely not the end of the world. Alright, and the last one for the whole video, this is Surge from Blend Bunny. So taking out these bottom two rows, you can see how perfectly fall the rest of the palette is. I really love these. The greens are beautiful. This like this orange column right here is amazing. I really love this, and I love the quality again from Blend Bunny. It's really good. I love the monochromatic columns for each color. I just really think that this is a great palette, great for fall. This row this column right here is perfect. Jewel tones, deep dark colors. So it just helps get that fall kind of look. These have been my fall picks for the year. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you have some of these, maybe you don't. Maybe it's inspiring you to get into the season a little bit more, because I know I can't wait. Regardless, I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I will see you later. Bye.